Matheus, a pretty big fight for you here in Kansas City this weekend. Talk to me about how you're feeling coming into this one. Like I said, big fight in the flyweight division.
Yes, big fight, big challenge, also great opportunity, and I'm ready, man. I feel ready. I can't wait for Saturday night. I train a lot. Everything went perfectly here. No injuries at all. I'm coming from a good fighting streak, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you're coming off that impressive win you had, the big knockout. Talk to me. Was this the sort of matchup that you were hoping for? It was Brandon Royval, one of the guys that you kind of wanted after your last fight.
Yeah, for sure. He's on top of me in the rankings, and like I said, he's a great challenge. A well-rounded fighter, aggressive, come forward, and I was looking for anyone in front of me, and they gave me Royval, so I was really honored with that opportunity.
And he's kind of an interesting fighter, like very exciting, has gotten a lot of bonuses, but he seems like, even when he wins, there are opportunities for his opponent to win. Like it's kind of a real war. Are you expecting that sort of fight with him this weekend, or?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the only way he knows how to fight. He's aggressive. That's how he is, how he fights. He fights aggressively on stand-up. He fights aggressively on the ground. And by doing that, he also opened up some doors, and I'll be ready to exploit that.
Is there something you feel like his opponents that in those back and forth fights, like why do you think they weren't able to capitalize on some of the bad positions that he gave them? Like, is there something that you feel like they weren't able to do that you can do in there against him?
I think Brandon Royval has his own skills, and he didn't let the guys take advantage, even when he was aggressively and opened some doors. Not just because of the lack of experience or skills of the opponents, but because of his own skills. And I'm just think that I'll be ready. I made everything that I needed to do, that I put myself in to do, and I'm ready to exploit it because he will come aggressively, and I kind of study his game, and I'm ready for it.
Outside of the main event, this fight seems to have the most implications of any fight on this card, but you guys are on the prelims. Were you kind of surprised that you guys weren't on the main card or higher up?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised, but you know how it is. UFC is the biggest event in the world. They know how to promote things. I don't know why they put us in the prelims, but I think there's be a reason. But I was kind of sad because not just because of me and Royal, but because of all the flyweight division. It's a big fight for the flyweight division. I think we need more eyes on us, especially that fight. I see that fight being really, really exciting for the fans. But it's all good, man. My focus here is to win that challenge, and that's what I'm going to do. It doesn't matter if in the first fight of the night or in the last one, the job is the same.
Hunter Campbell told ESPN today that Brandon Moreno is going to be fighting Alexander Pantoja in July. Do you feel like if you win this fight on Saturday that you should fight the winner of that? Is this a title eliminator for you?
Yeah, especially if I have a dominant victory, and if I can finish the fight before the third round, I think I do deserve the title shot after that fight.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Matheus,
Hello.
you got your first finish since your UFC debut way back in the day in your last fight. How happy were you to finally get a finish again?
Yeah, man, I cannot lie. I was wishing that finish before the third round for a moment, but my main focus is to win. Doesn't matter how. I want to always get out with my arms raised. And fighting the high level is like that. Not always you can finish the fight. Everybody come to the fight really, really prepared, and they study you. But I think thinking about me and not about my opponents, I think I'm on maturity now. I understand my game a little better. I think I can study my opponents better, and I hope to get another finish Saturday night.
How happy are you that you have all this momentum, right? And you were one of the fighters that got cut when the UFC wasn't thinking about the flyweight division, but now you have all this momentum. You're on this long win streak. What are the emotions like?
Of course, I'm happy the way I'm fighting, to grow in my career. Of course, I cannot lie about it as well. But like you said, I was cut. A lot of things happened in my life, and I just learned that the life is like that, up and downs, and you always have to focus on your work. Doesn't matter how you are, where you are. I always keep the same daily routine when I was in UFC, after I was cut, after I come back, and that's how I live my life. I try to not get too excited and not get too sad about momentum because life is like that. I'm just focused on doing my best every day.
Your girlfriend fought last weekend. You're fighting this weekend. Do you like fighting so close together?
Yeah, it was good. It was a good experience. We had doing this before once, but I was the one who fought a week before. I fought in Belo Horizonte, and then we flew to Colombia, and it was a good experience as well. It's good when we cut weight together. We are all focused on the fighting. Of course, when you have a fight, when you have a challenge, your mind changes a little bit, and it was both of us really focused and living that moment. Also is also tricky because sometimes it's difficult. You get too focused and everything is kind of too hard, and you prepare for a fight. But I think was more good than bad. I like the experience to fight close. And like I said, the way she did everything into the fight, and the way she fought was really motivational for me. So I cannot do less than my best in Saturday night after the way she fought on last Saturday.
Do you hope to fight on the same card next?
I don't think so. That's too much.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Going off of that right there, you watched her have to come back from a knee injury, fights falling through, stuff like that, and having to watch her journey back to fighting. How did that affect yours?
Yeah, man, like I said, that was really motivational for me because I saw how she was grinding, how she actually it's not everybody who knows, but her first 2 fights in the UFC, she fought with an injury knee, and she couldn't do any grappling training, so she was always struggling a lot to fight. And last time she had a fight, and a month before, she completely ripped his knee, and then she did everything that she needed to do to get back on training step by step. And also in this training camp, she was like working really hard about everything, and it was more than a year without fighting. And to be able to live by her side and seeing all of that give me a lot of power to do the same with my career and with my life.